Good morning. Today I am off to do a plastic-free shop. I've been really trying to be a conscious consumer, and I think when it comes to food there is definitely lots of things that we can do to really reduce the amount of plastic that we're throwing away every single day when it comes to food packaging. It's not always possible, but I think it's just about, you know, making those little differences with the way that you shop. And there's been some amazing new shops opening around London that are fantastic, that are really helpful for these sorts of things. So I'm gonna head there this morning, grab a few things, come back, show you what I've got, because hopefully it will inspire you also to kind of become a more conscious consumer so we can save our planet, because it needs saving. So I've got home and I'll kind of talk you through everything that I got. So the first place I went to was Sourced Foods. Now this is an amazing kind of eco zero waste store. So I got some of their homemade almond butter, which is absolutely delicious. And the great thing about this is I can go back in, take this jar in and top it up with freshly made almond butter that they've got there. I also got some olive oil. So this is really great. They've got 3 jars there, so you can basically just top it up with whatever, olive oil, sunflower oil. They've got apple cider vinegar, tamari, any kind of sort of oils and vinegars they've got there, which is fantastic. I also got a Guppy Bag. Now I've been wanting to get this for ages, and if you're thinking what is a Guppy Bag, then I'll explain to you. So a lot of our clothes are made from plastic. Definitely your gym gear is going to be made from plastic, but probably your jumpers, your t-shirt, even your jeans. And obviously plastic gives this great stretchiness to clothes, which we love. However, every time we're washing our clothes, tiny bits of microplastics are coming out of our clothes and then being pumped into our water systems and into our oceans. And because, you know, we're washing our clothes maybe every single day, we're putting wash on, or a few times a week, think how many people are pumping microplastics into the environment. So what the Guppy Bag does is you just basically pop all kind of plastic clothes into it. You can just chuck it in the wash. It's still going to wash it perfectly in this, but it's just going to trap the microplastics so that they don't go into the ocean. So it's a really important thing to be using, and it's been on my list to buy for ages because I'm learning more and more about the environment. Other food things, dried mango, because dried mango is so delicious and Shay's favourite snack, although it's quite fibrous and it can be quite dangerous as nappies. I also got some red lentil pasta. So this is just made of lentils and flax seeds, so fantastic if you're gluten-free. My family, we're not gluten-free, but we do often eat a lot of gluten-free food just because we like mixing up our grains and not eating wheat all the time. I think they're really fun for my son because they're red pasta. You know, pasta. Who doesn't like pasta, and how easy is it to cook? My favourite thing from Sourced Foods are these chocolate covered almonds. So they're raw chocolate almonds and they're so delicious. They kind of look like little pebbles. Oh, I love them so much. Also got some like cashew nuts and some flax seeds as well for like snacks, but also to make energy balls. So this shop's pretty much got like everything dry, like everything non-fresh food is there, which is like fantastic. It's got spices, it's got like matcha powders and like superfood powders there and stuff, so I really recommend going. Obviously they don't have them everywhere, and you know, you can still shop sustainably even if you're not living near a zero waste store. You know, buy in bulk. So when you buy your nuts and your seeds and your chocolate covered almonds, buy the biggest bag that you can get. And you know, there are also lots of shops online where you can buy in bulk as well, which I'll put down below in the description box so that you can also do it. But I think it's just so important, like we all have an individual impact on the planet, and I think if we can all, you know, make a conscious decision to reduce our plastic load, then it will make a big difference. But we've all got to act, and we've all got to act now. The other shops I went to, I just went to Waitrose because you know what, supermarkets also have some great options. I bought some of their rosemary gale sourdough. Hello. Smells so good, such a beautiful fresh loaf. And what I tend to do with bread to reduce food waste is I'll kind of have a look at it and I'll go, okay, we'll probably eat about that much over the next 2 days or so, depending on what I think we're gonna eat. And then I'll chop up the rest and chuck it in the freezer. And that means that I can just get it out, whack it in the toaster and toast it up. And this is a trick my mum taught me, and it is so good. It means that you never ever waste a single slice of bread. The other shop that I went to was Planet Organic, my favourite shop ever. And that's really good for buying like cans of beans, you know, butter beans is something that I buy quite often. Really good source of plant protein, lots of fibre in there. You know, that was 80p. They're not hugely expensive beans, and they're just really good things that you can like add into salads, you can add into stews, you can whip them up with some like roasted tomatoes on toast as like brunch. They have a lot of loose vegetables that aren't wrapped in plastic, which is why I love shopping there. So I got some avocado and some red onion, I got some red chilli, and I also got some garlic as well. So not everything comes without plastic, but on the whole most things do. I also kind of found this, which was kind of cool, which is Pimp My Salad Sea Superfood, which is like superfood seaweed nut. I'll give them a try. They're like kind of seaweedy sunflower seeds that are salty. I like them. I actually forgot, I just found this at the bottom of my bag. My natural floss. How cool is that? It looks so old school. So you pull it out like this. I am trying to floss as well. I know it's so bad, I'm not very into flossing. I only do little. It smells minty, lovely. So, as you can see, there are lots of awesome kind of sustainable brands out there doing some great things, and you know, whether it's Floss or whether it's Guppy Bags or your own kind of bamboo cutlery, you know, there are different ways that we can do to reduce our plastic. I think it's really good to like have a look at your day and think about a way that you could produce less waste, whether it's making your own lunchbox, whether that's swapping a water bottle for a reusable water bottle. You know, there's lots of awesome different things that you can do to reduce your plastic consumption. I think that I'm really starting to look at this in a 360 way, not just about the food I eat, not just about, you know, reusable cutlery and lunchboxes, but also fashion, you know, looking at like not buying so much, you know, supporting brands that are very ethical, and everything down to like jewellery and watches. You know, I've just started working with Olivia Burton. I have to tell you that I am like their biggest fan, and working with them makes me so excited because I've been like kind of buying from them for like 5 years. So my boyfriend bought me, as our first Christmas together, Olivia Burton watch, which I still have, and then from there I bought my mum one for her 60th birthday. I bought friends watches, their jewellery, so working with them is very exciting. Olivia Burton are on a sustainability journey to put the planet before profit. They have launched an amazing eco range, which I'm wearing today, and they've really been inspired by nature. They're all made with 100% recyclable material. Changing the way they package all their products using FSC paper-based materials, also trying to make it much lighter, so obviously when they're delivering things there's less fuel load and a smaller footprint. So they're really doing like a 360 with their brand to make it more eco-conscious, and I think they're creating these beautiful kind of timeless pieces that, you know, you only need to buy one watch, or maybe two if you want to switch them around, that you can just wear and wear every day. And I think that's the important thing. It's buying quality that lasts, quality that you'll wear for a long period of time, because I think the thing that we all have in common is the earth, and it's such a beautiful place to live on, and we do have to be kinder to it. And I think conscious consumerism, supporting brands that are sustainable and are doing their bit is the most important thing. And I think that, you know, we need to be buying less but buying good quality and things that last. That's going to make the world a difference. You know, throwaway culture where we're buying and throwing away, and I've had to change a lot of things for myself. I've had to like unsubscribe to a lot of fashion bloggers and beauty blogger brands, and not that there's anything wrong with what they're doing, it's fantastic, but because I felt bombarded with this need to be buying all the time, buying a new outfit to wear every day, and I think it's just not sustainable for the way we're living. So I think the most important thing that you do is just to assess where you're at, assess, you know, how much waste you're producing, what ways you can potentially cut down, and don't get overwhelmed. You can start with food and then move on to fashion, move on to beauty, and then start researching lots of cool brands like Olivia Burton and what they're doing, and feel inspired and know that there's lots of people collectively working together to make the planet a better place. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope this inspired you to get out there, become more eco-conscious, and you know, it's little changes. I've still got a long way to come, and you know, I am just trying to do my bit, but hopefully everything I've shown you today has inspired you. Thanks so much for watching.